Hello, Bulldogs. It's me, Anthony. And today, I secured a special interview with Anthony Morales. Why, you ask? Because he is an active participant in Mock Trial. And today, we will be interviewing him on how he worked hard and how much dedication he had to put in to win his national awards. So let's get right into it. Hello, guys. I'm Anthony. And I'm here with
Anthony.
And today, we're going to interview him. As you all know, this is Anthony Morales, and he won a...
It was a national award.
Was working towards that award hard? And how hard did you have to work for it?
Well, I mean, it had been pretty hard to work for. Like, it definitely took a lot of time, but since it was like a case that we did really, really late in the year, it was something that took much of my time, especially since it was something that I had to do over summer. But I just made sure to spend my time wisely and to get all my stuff coordinated, and it really just helped me finish the whole thing.
Now, to kind of flow with that, was there a lot of competition, and was it at times ever overwhelming?
Oh, definitely. There was a lot of times where it was overwhelming, and there was much competition. I mean, like, the kids that are in mock trial are just so talented and just do a lot of, like, very hardworking things, and they're the most hardworking people I've seen. So the competition was definitely fierce in there. But after all the roles were set, it was pretty easy just to focus, and everyone else did their roles really, really well. But yeah, competition was fierce, and that did make me stressed, but it's all right.
Now for the next question. Were there any difficult roadblocks that you had to face that you used your learned skills to kind of defeat or get over with?
Oh, definitely. There was a lot of roadblocks. I mean, there was one point in time where it was just a time crunch. Everything was just so like packed, and we had to extend more practices just to be able to get all our roles down, to get like the times in check. And it was definitely then when like things started getting like really, really like harder for us. But we were all able to like overcome it in a way that was like efficient, but not to spend too much time on it.
What did you like most about the competition, and did you gain new experience with the event?
Well, I love the competition in there. Like, it's always just being in mock trial in general, you're faced with a lot of people that are hardworking. So the competition is already fierce there, but definitely going in and going against teams from Europe and like Korea, it was definitely something that had a lot of competition, but it also taught me a lot. So I got that experience of just being a witness and just being a forensic expert in that case, because it really helped me a lot.
What were your tasks, and what was required of you?
Well, my simple task was to be a witness in that case, and it sounds simple, but it's a lot of memorization, especially since in mock-on and the thing that we were doing, since it wasn't just mock trial, it was a lot, and I had to memorize a 10-minute witness statement, and it was just a lot of memorization that went into it, but it was definitely my only role, because I wasn't going to do a role that time, but it was it was a lot.
Now, to kind of go along with all those tasks, overall, how were you feeling about the competition?
Well, I felt like really happy that I had gone up there and done it, because I know a lot of kids didn't do it. So the fact that I got to go up against other competition and just gain that new experience that a lot of other people just decided not to do, it's something that really did help me, and it was definitely a lot of competition there, and especially just in mock trial alone. But it will help me for my future, so it was good to have that.
Now, once again, another question to go along with that. Was there a lot of teamwork involved in this competition?
Oh, definitely. There was a lot of teamwork that goes into that, you know, like, especially since right after school ends, we just stay after, and we had to, like, stay after and just focus, like, put our main focus on that. It was just a lot of work, because we wouldn't leave until days like 7 to 8 o'clock, very late nights, where we would just be putting our full focus on just this case alone. So there was a lot of teamwork, a lot of our coaches that were staying late nights too, and were just putting in their own time on the weekends that they didn't have to, but they just did, and it really, really did help us. So it's definitely a team sport.
Now, to kind of go more into what you had to do in the mock trial competition, if you had the option to, what else would you be other than witness?
Well, if I had to really be anything else other than a witness, I probably would have tried attorney, since it's like a practice case in itself. So I definitely would have wanted to gain that experience to be an attorney, but it was just a lot of work if you were to be an attorney. It's almost as hard as a witness, since you have to know the whole statement yourself. So if I had to choose anything, I would want to challenge myself and be an attorney.
Now, to go kind of towards the end of that, what impacted you the most during this competition?
I think the thing that impacted me the most was just after we had finished all 4 of our rounds and we were just done with everything, and that kind of relief was there. But what really impacted me was when we had to go on the Zoom afterwards, which all teams had been on for the award ceremonies. And when my name appeared on there, it really did hit me hard knowing that there's just a lot of kids from all these different states and countries and just everywhere around the world, and that I was given that special award. It just meant a lot to me at the time, and it impacted me the most, especially seeing like all my team members cheering me on in that moment.
Now, if there's anything you could change or do differently, what would it be?
If there was anything I could really change, I would probably just change how much time I've fully spent to it. Like, I think the main thing that I wanted to do was just spend a decent amount of time on it. But I feel like at times there was definitely nights when I was just so tired of it, even though I didn't put as much hours as I could have gone. Because there's definitely times when I did like hours of work, but then there was definitely that moment where I could have done more. So I wish I could have done more in the moment, just to even precede the expectations that I already had reached.
Now, for a final question here, do you plan on applying learned skills from the event or in mock trial in general in the future?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I feel like if anything, like this whole thing of mock on and just mock trial in general, it's been just such a good class for me to learn just so much. Like I've learned how to public speak, I've learned how to be more confident in myself. Just many skills that not many people like without this experience would have. So I feel like definitely I would apply it to get a job or to even just show the people around me that I'm capable of just being a better person. And that's all thanks to mock trial.
Thank you, Anthony. This is Student Spotlight, and today I'm Anthony, and I interviewed
Anthony.